where we're going to show you the top 5 tips on how to help you better collaborate on product design data in real time. So just a quick highlight about who are we at Spatial Integrated Systems. We are proficient with NX Solid Edge simulation as an example to help you deploy and execute the effectiveness of those softwares. We're also tightly integrated with the federal government. We are the small business GSA contract holder in relations to that partnership. We also are very well integrated with the Siemens Aerospace and Defense Supplier Program. So if there's interest in anyone on the call that is within that tiered supplier base, don't hesitate to reach out to us and we can provide you more information on how to get you more involved with that program. Digital transformation is here, that fourth industrial revolution, right? We are considered on the cutting edge of that. And if you've got questions, comments, concerns, or need help on how to navigate those waters moving forward, that's part of what our skill set and capabilities are, is helping you navigate and helping you excel during this digital transformation period. Also, we're very focused in manufacturing, whether it's helping you optimize modern machines, could be additive, maybe it's augmented reality. We're here to help you in any form or facet that you're looking to get better at and grow as it relates to helping you elevate the success of your business moving forward. Headquarters is in Virginia. We have nationwide coverage with a strong concentration on the eastern portion of the U.S. And we have been a Siemens certified software partner now for over 20 years. As a matter of fact, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary this year as well. So a lot of experience, a lot of skills, a lot of technical knowledge and expertise to help you become better, more efficient, cost conscious as we evolve in 2023. I am now going to pass the baton to our senior applications engineering expert, Cecil Pruitt, who's going to show you the value capabilities of the Accelerator Share platform. Cecil, the floor is yours.
Thanks, guys. So you have made it to my Accelerator Share webinar. I'm sure that you've seen the word accelerator and you've heard about Accelerator Share. It's pretty evident that most of the people attending this webinar are our current customer set, and that's great. That's fantastic. But for those people that are not our current customers, let me just go ahead and handle the basics here. My name is Cecil Pruitt. I'm the Senior Application Engineer at Spatial Integrated Systems, and below that is our technical support information. Please use that hotline and use that support email when you have technical issues. So let's move forward. Siemens Accelerator. It's more than just a buzzword. Think of it as a business vector or a new movement inside Siemens that is bringing things together. We all know that the value of digital transformation, it's pretty clear to most companies these days, that value. Though the process, it's complex, it has to be tackled in a manner that's personalized to each of our customers' needs, whether they're spread out through industry or infrastructure or even dealing with engineering mobility. Why? Because everything in the very near future is going to be more connected and data-driven than ever before. That's why Siemens created Siemens Accelerator. It's an open digital business platform. It has the intention to create an ecosystem for customers to jointly accelerate digital transformation that's tailored to their own specific business goals. Accelerator makes digital transformation easy, fast, and scalable through very powerful collaborational tools. Step by step, Siemens is committing to making its entire portfolio of hardware and software to be both modular and cloud connected, as well as built on standard APIs. By using these state-of-the-art building blocks, customers and partners can innovate at the speed of software. I've always wanted to say that, the speed of software. Hardware becomes constantly upgradable and even available as a service. Siemens Accelerator makes digitalization easy so that companies can innovate faster. And our first major cloud step, well, guess what? That is Accelerator Share. You may have noticed new and powerful looking collaborative tools being talked about in engineering communities, especially the Siemens engineering communities. You may have even noticed that when you switched over to the new Accelerator as a Service product subscription, that an extra email was sent out to you. It mentioned something called Accelerator Share. You may have even noticed on your new license file, after you switched over to the new license model, there was extra offering. Siemens is now providing Accelerator Share to all the customers that move over to the new ZAS subscription service, especially or primarily on the products such as NX, Solid Edge, FEMAP, Simulation, Technomatics, and even a few others. So what is it? Accelerator Share, it's a cloud-based collaborative service for Siemens software subscriptions. It provides secure cloud storage with desktop syncing, permission-based project sharing with task management, engineering-centric view and markup, including augmented reality, the provisions for any device, anytime, browser-based access, and some more. Accelerator Share. It helps to solve today's collaborative challenges. We asked, and here are 6 challenges that we got from our customers. Teams, they're no longer co-located. Traditional office settings are rare. Instead, teams are dispersed locally, in your city, in your state, across the country, or even globally. With the internet, it has become the lifeline for your productivity. Teams are not just made up of internal employees. These external players, whether or not they're supply chain or customers, they need to be closely involved to ensure success. Sharing data externally is often very challenging within a person's or a company's existing network. With multiple team players combined with current development, confusion on which data set is the latest causes delays and potential mistakes. Teams often have regional expertise, or maybe they're in different time zones. So you have to have an always on solution. It's a must. Pressure on productivity drives the ability to carry out tasks using any device at any time, not being limited by device dependency, whether or not you're using an Apple, or whether or not you're using a PC, whether or not you're using an iPhone or an Android. Finally, secure access is a crucial have to have. This means that the right people having the right level of access to the right data and keeping that data secure is paramount. We may mention about secure cloud storage, desktop file syncing, but that's not all of them. We've got task management as well as connection to Team Center, messaging and notifications. These are strong, strong tools. So what are my favorite aspects of Accelerator Share? I mean, the title of the presentation was 5 things, right? These are what I feel are the most awesome and important tools that I've seen Accelerator provides to our engineering as well as our business collaborative assets. Well, number 1, secure cloud storage. 2, desktop file syncing. 3, permission-based project sharing. 4, engineering-centric view and markup. And 5, task management. What data sets can you use with Accelerator Share? Oh my goodness, take a look. Not only do you get those neutral files, not only do you get the NX and Solid Edge, but you also have the ability to collaborate using simulation. What about those other files? Those ones from our competitors? AutoCAD, Inventor, CATIA, ProE, SolidWorks, and even Rhino. We can collaborate bringing their files directly into our Accelerator Share, meaning that we can collaborate even with our competitors' file sets. That's pretty darn cool. So Accelerator Share, if you didn't already know it, comes with 500 gigabytes plus 5 gigabytes per subscription, an unlimited amount of shared guest users. And knowing that the application is free, I'm going to say it even though you can read it. What is stopping you from collaborating? How do I get connected? Well, first things first, go to the website. Here's the URL. Go there, establish your account. So let's take a look at Accelerator Share. Most often, Accelerator Share is accessed via the browser, but that's not the only way that we can access the contents of Accelerator Share. Accelerator Share also has connections via Windows Explorer. Notice you can see our connector installed underneath our desktop. It's in the same area as you might find places like Dropbox, OneDrive, a SharePoint connector, or even Google Drive. If we look at the projects listed under our Accelerator Share connector, you'll see that I've got 3 projects. If I were to drag and drop items into these projects, they would be synchronized back up to the cloud. There's also one other way to access the content for Accelerator Share. In our lower right-hand corner, we can access the Accelerator connector via our taskbar icons. It gives us information of items that we might have synchronized in the past. We could also launch a browser content for Accelerator Share with a view online. We can tell Accelerator Share that we're about to go offline if we desire, or invoke a manual synchronization. Putting away our connector dialog, let's take a look at the interface of Accelerator Share. It's really rather simple. You can create projects, you can install the desktop connector, you can look at your dashboard. Our dashboard contains items like assignments and tells us tasks as well as a status of our tasks. Right now we have no tasks. We can also look at recent projects as well as recent documents. In our case, we need to create a project. By clicking on the Create Project icon, we can create a project relatively easy. In this case, let's create a project and let's give it a name. We'll call it Boiler. Lack of a better description, we'll also call it Boiler. I don't really have a due date as of yet, and I don't have a project ID as of yet, but we can still continue on. After clicking on Create, let's upload some items. By clicking on Upload, I can access the Boiler content that's already on my PC and upload it to the cloud. So let's take this file and we'll make him our preview image. From here, let's go back to projects. As you can see, we now have a brand new project. Let's share this project with somebody. Through a list of users that your admin can add, let's pick one. We'll choose Fred. I'm going to share the content with Fred, but not just at a review and download capability. We'll give him full access. Now we can see that this project's shared out with one user. From here, let's take a look at our view and markup tools. We'll use them in the coffee machine. The contents of the coffee machine project, they're not quite what you might expect here. We don't see parts and assemblies or drafts, but what we do see is a JT file, and that's okay. We can work with that. Here is our coffee machine. Our middle mouse gives us all of our zoom and our rotates, and we also have pan functionalities. Looking at our model, we get the feeling that we can click on things, and we can. We can hide. We can take a look at contents on the inside. We can even do measurements. Let's take a quick measurement. As we can see, our length is displayed in inches, but if we desired to, we could take that measurement and change it to millimeters or centimeters. We can also remove dimensions. Let's look at sectioning. In our case, let's look at a Y-cut plane. Dragging the section vector, we can take a closer look at the contents of our coffee machine. We can also take advantage of viewing the contents as, or I should say, viewing the parts as they might be put together through the use of an explosion tool. The explosion tool is dynamic, so it gives us a good feeling of how things come together as well as explode apart. We should probably do some view and markup too. Let's select this leg. Using our markup tools, we can indicate the area that we have concerns over. In our case, I think we should remove material from this leg. From here, let's save it. Our task is recorded within our navigator, and it's ready to assign to another engineer within our work group. Returning back to our home page, let's create a task. Accessing our task board, I can see that Fred has actually completed a task. I should probably contribute to this project too. We'll give it a priority of important. Not quite sure about the due date, but the status is good at to do. Let's assign it to me. And sure enough, here's my task. Looks like I've got some work to do soon. Clicking on the link in the task will reopen up Accelerator Share. In addition to view and markup, immersive augmented reality visualization of digital twin 3D data is available. No special hardware is required. It works with any modern phone and tablet. In summary, here are three main takeaways. Accelerator Share is not a standalone product, but instead the first cloud component of our Accelerator as a Service subscription. Accelerator Share offers a rich set of features to aid in everyday collaboration. And third, Accelerator Share contributes to making digital transformation more accessible, flexible, and scalable. Thank you so much for your time and interest. And once more, here's that technical support information just in case you didn't write it down in the beginning. Thank you so much for your time, and back over to you guys.
Thanks, Cecil. As we were collecting our questions, we'll go through as many of these as we can, but here are some of the questions that have been asked during today's webinar. And the first question is, how do I get access to Accelerator Share? And then, as Cecil spoke about earlier, there's the link below. We'll make sure to share that and send that to you as well so that you have access to that specific link. Another question that came in is, what CAD tool do I need to own to access this collaboration platform? And it can be any one of NX, Solid Edge, FEMAP, Simulation, Technomatics, and some other tools that give you access to this platform. The key here, though, is that you've made the transition to the SaaS-based product line where you migrated over to a subscription as a service, as opposed to the perpetual licenses that you've owned in the past. Another question that just came in is, how can I get trained or supported on this platform? Go ahead and contact Cecil and his support team. We'll share the contact details on the next slides so that you have easy access to that information. And then another question that came in is, how can I access the tool? Through what devices? So you can absolutely, as long as you have a connection to the internet, whether you're using your laptop, your phone, tablet, or anything else, you can access it from any device as long as you have a connection to your network.